Hey everybody, Andy Nelson here. I'm in Arizona right now. I decided to take a quick road trip this weekend, try to get whatever kind of vacation I could for a little bit. So just a quick trip to go see some of these beautiful canyons and things like that. Anyway, let's get over that. Why I'm here today is to talk about the number of trademarks you might have. A lot of folks, I think, thinks in terms of getting a trademark. I need to trademark my business. But the fact is, businesses often have, sometimes just one trademark, but often have multiple trademarks because there are many different things, distinctive things, jingles, slogans, names, multiple names, collections of names, color combinations, all sorts of things that connect to consumers that are symbols of your brand. And consumers recognize those, associate them with you and your goodwill right away, and your selling effort is much easier as your marks become more prominent. So don't just think in terms of one mark. You may be leaving things on the table that you're not protecting. Let me give you a quick example. As a company years ago, that's probably still around, called Bosch and Lomb. Now, most of us, including me, really knew of it as, I think, like a company that made contact lenses or contact lens solution, but it was a much bigger eyewear company, or eye company, I guess is what I'll call it. And Bosch and Lomb at one point owned one of its brands that it owned was Ray-Ban. And I think all of us know Ray-Ban as a eyewear manufacturer. Now, Ray-Ban itself, the brand, got purchased by some other folks, and it was under Oakley or under Luxottica eventually. But one of the product styles that that Ray-Ban had was the Wayfarer sunglasses. And I brought that up because this is kind of that sort of style of the Wayfarer. If you don't remember Wayfarer, you probably heard Don Henley's song Boys of Summer, and he talks about Wayfarers in there in the lyrics a bunch of times. But the Wayfarer itself as a product name had trademark significance. I don't know if it does anymore, because a lot of this sort of style by many companies is referred to as a Wayfarer, and I'm not so sure that Luxottica enforces that mark. I think they own it, but I'm not sure that they enforce it all that much anymore, just because so many people refer to it. So maybe it's become genericized and no longer has brand or trademark significance, but for years and years, it most certainly did. So we're talking about a company, Bosch & Lomb, the parent company at one point, again, they don't own it anymore, owned Ray-Ban, okay, an eyewear manufacturer, which had product styles under it, one being the Wayfarer, which had its own source identification or source significance. So those were all different trademarks. And you can think of, use a cereal company as a dumb example, Kellogg's or Post. All those different various cereals they have, the house brand Kellogg's or Post, but you really know all the various products underneath that have trademark significance. So think about Nike. One more stupid example, Nike. Yeah, the house name Nike, but don't forget, just do it is a slogan of theirs. And then of course they've got, at one point they had, the Jordan silhouette. I think that maybe kind of separated off now, if I'm correct. And the swoosh, right? One of the most iconic logos out there that stands on its own even. That's not even connected with Nike. Sometimes it appears with the word Nike, but often it's just out there by itself. And when people see it, they know exactly what it refers to. So think in terms of trademarks with an S on the end, plural. You may have multiple trademarks. You may have different numbers of trademarks at different times. You may retire some things that aren't working for you. You may add some things, but always be thinking about the things that point to you as a source of goods or services. And if it's something that's important to you and that your consumers connect it to you, think about whether you're doing the sorts of things that you need to do to protect it, to maintain your exclusivity, because trademarks to function as trademarks, they must point to a single source of goods. If a lot of folks are using the same sort of word, verbiage, imagery, there's not going to be trademark significance, and it's probably not going to be protectable, and quite frankly, not going to be worth much anyway. Anyway, if you have any questions about this particular video, feel free to shoot me a message, leave comments if I have this posted in a place that allows for that, and I'll try to get back to you ASAP. Anyway, have a good one. Give everybody a quick final shot of this. You got to come see it in person, though. It's the first time in my life I've seen this stuff, and it's absolutely beautiful. Have a good one.